Welcome, friends. As always, I am so grateful to be here with all of you. And I'd love if we could start off really inviting a sense of safety and care into our own experience right now. So, whether you're moving around or you're seated, taking a few moments here and really dropping in internally, just asking if there's anything you could offer yourself right now that could help you to feel a little bit more safe and a little bit more held in this moment. Maybe that's a physical adjustment or a deeper breath or a heart opening and a sense of appreciation for yourself. Sometimes even just offering the space to check in and listen can be the act of kindness that our spirit needs. And as we settle in a little bit more deeply into this space, I'd love to invite all of you to open your heart to gratitude for the actual physical space, the environment that you're in, and just finding one or two or three things that you might notice either in your line of sight or your awareness of how you're being held that you have appreciation for. And allowing that to be the gateway opening for our sacred space together. So as we're here and connecting in with our bodies and our breath, let's go ahead and open to noticing what might be happening with the breath, with no judgment, simply taking the pulse on what you notice. And as you start the listening process, you may be inspired to adjust, to take a deeper breath or a more full exhale, and really offering yourself that goodness, that deeper sense of presence with your breath, this beautiful and mysterious active element that is keeping us here and letting us breathe into the next moment. And as you do so, offering gratitude for the fact that you even have breath in this moment and for whatever air is around you without any judgment of it, just simply giving thanks that we have air to breathe. And as you do so, noticing that you're exhaling gratitude back out into the air that others will be blessed to encounter on their next breath. And then settling in even a little bit more fully, we're going to explore opening and connecting some of the heart, gut, brain, neural pathways today in anticipation of the beautiful Gemini new moon that we have on the horizon. And I think it offers an excellent opportunity for us to expand our awareness of what's possible and the power of our thoughts and the way that we allow our thoughts and our bodies and our heart soul energies to fuse and be in presence together in a way that brings an alchemical change and allows us and invites us to be even more fully aware of the creative awakening that's happening in every single cell of our individual beings and also on the planet. And so I think that's something that's really being offered right now with this lunation and this period of shift that we're in right now. So you can let all that go. It's just a preview to what we'll explore. And to lead us into that, I'd love to do a little bit of cyclic sighing. I think it's so lovely to ground and orient and really bring the nervous system into greater regulation. So we'll just do that for a few minutes right now. So making sure you're comfortable. If you need to make any adjustments, please do so. And you can do this anywhere. You can be doing yoga, driving, walking. The goal, an optimal way would be to have a straight spine if you can. But again, that's not absolute necessity. So intending a nice straight spine, if that's reachable for you right now. And then beginning whenever you're ready. And if you're new to our practice, cyclic sighing is a breath practice that has been studied by researchers at Stanford, and it brings deep rest and grounding to the nervous system. It's also very awakening and clarifying for the mental body and soothing for the vagus nerve. Beautiful master orchestrator of so much of our lived experience. So all it is, it's a deep double inhale through the nose, long and full, and then a long, slow exhalation with your lips shaped like you're breathing out through a straw. And then following your own rhythm with the next cycle, the next double inhale, and intending on each exhale to let your entire body completely soften and let go. So we'll do that for a few minutes here. Just listen to your own body's flow and pace. And you might find that your inhales are getting longer as we proceed. That's a great thing. And you might also find that your exhales are deepening and lengthening. Also a wonderful thing. And as we continue, the lengthening of the inhale and the exhale will lead to fewer breath cycles per minute, which is so nourishing in most cases for the mind and for the body, brings that deeper slowing and presencing into the moment. And this breath practice is so helpful. Not only does it bring deeper oxygenation to your blood vessels and your brain through that double full inhale, but exhaling out with our mouth in this shape is so soothing for the vagus nerve, which is something that controls and affects and influences so much of our physical and mental and emotional experience in life. This is a really easy, simple way you can support yourself. I do it at least 4 to 5 minutes every morning and can always feel such a shift. It's subtle and it's profound. And the guidance is not to do it for more than 5 minutes at a time. So just about another minute here. That's Rumi cheering you on. And really intending for a full body softening on the exhales, and feeling and knowing this as a supreme gift to your well-being. And then when you get to the bottom of your next exhalation, just letting everything soften and letting that breath drift into the background, and intending to stay in a nice, smooth and continuous, deep belly breath. So a full inhale, the belly is round and extending out, and a full deep exhale where the belly button is flattening back towards the spinal column. And just inviting your system to settle into this easy, nourishing rhythm of the breath. And then staying here, we're going to add slowly some elements. And if you are driving or walking, all is well. You can just vision that you're doing this. You'll still get the same benefits. But if you're somewhere where you can actually physically engage, you can give these a try. So you're inhaling fully. And as you do so, wherever your hands are, mine are just resting on my knees. Allow on the inhale for your hands to open wide. And then as you exhale, let them naturally close back in, but you don't need to make fists. Just let them gently, softly, whatever naturally happens. And then on your inhale, stretching them wide open with intention and probably some tension. And then as you exhale, just letting them come back in. So, and if you can only do it with one hand, that's great too. And again, you can just envision it if you're not able to in this moment with your hands. We're going to breathe here for a few rounds, inhaling, widening, opening the hands, exhaling, letting them soften, come back in. So we're building up some neural connections here. Also opening some pathways with breath capacity and intention and our own embodied presence. And that's catalyzing a cascade of very beneficial happenings, synapses firing, and communications happening in the mind-body system. Very harmonizing, super simple. You can do it with one hand if you're driving. You can do it if you're in bed at night. It can really help to clear cobwebs or to sort of move stuck energies in a subtle but effective way. So just a couple more here. And really allowing your intention as you're inhaling and opening the hands, really allowing that to feel full and expansive. And allowing that complete softening as you exhale and let them naturally close back in. And then we're going to continue doing this. And if you can, now we're going to add on the inhale, flexing one or both feet while you're flexing the hands out. So just flexing your feet, letting them close back down on the exhale, and then flexing hands and feet. Close back down. And so follow your own rhythm. That was a little fast because I was talking. You want it to be in that same beautiful, smooth, long, flowing, deep belly breath. And just continuing here. And again, you can vision it if that's better. Just do one. And if for any reason it doesn't feel good or you're getting a cramp, and just let it go. And intending that full inhale and expansion and that full, complete surrender and softening, aligned with the breath. And then we're going to add yet another. So this time, if it feels comfortable, we're going to add in the eyes. You can do the whole face if you want. Some people just like to start with the eyes. So inhaling, fingers, feet, and then raising your eyebrows wide while you're inhaling. Let them drop back down while you're exhaling, soft. Then flexing, opening, and it's hard for me to do it and talk at the same time because when I do this, I love to do my whole face. So you can totally do that with your mouth, your smile, you feel it stretch your ears. It feels great. It's also wonderful for the face muscles. So following your own pace here. And again, trying to engage all three: feet, hands, and mouth or eyes or face, anything around the neural cranial area. And really good full inhales and full complete exhales. Don't get lost in the physicality. Let the breath be our guide and our focus. Just merging some other awarenesses here. So we're just going to do this for a few more rounds. Stick with me if you can. This is also excellent for keeping the focus. When we can build our focus, that's a magic making skill. Focus, focus, focus. And this is a really great one for training the mind to work with the body and the breath. So just a few more here, staying as present as you can, and very much making sure that you're relaxing and exhaling just as much as you're opening and flexing. That's key here. And even noticing if you're not is also an excellent skill for building that neuroception and interior proprioceptive awareness. What's really happening in your personal ecosystem that you could fine tune? Could you exhale more completely and soften? Or maybe do you need to inhale more fully? Just a couple more, intending for that harmonizing, balancing, and knowing that whatever you're doing is just perfect. And then letting go of the face part and continuing with the feet and the hands if you're doing that. And again, you can just be visioning it, but letting go of any facial expansion expression, but continuing this full deep inhale and exhale. And then when you get to the bottom of your next exhale, then letting go of any foot movement that was corresponding with the breath. So now we're just breathing and opening and allowing our hands to soften. And then on the bottom of your next exhale, letting go of the hands moving and continuing this nice, long, deep breath, moving awareness into your heart center and intending that that expansion and opening is now happening in your heart field. Your whole heart chakra opening like a flower on the inhale. And on that exhale, softening and relaxing back in, drawing all of your energy in. And then inhaling and opening, like it's opening in morning sun after a fresh rain, feeling that expansion. And then softening back down. So we're going to breathe here for several rounds, just allowing, and you might actually feel physical movement in your body, or you might just be imagining it or sensing it, like subtle movement as the breath and the lungs move with your breath. And as we're breathing here, slightly open your awareness to be attuned to being breathed, opened by that beautiful and benefic, ever-present loving kindness that is breathing us into existence right now. Feeling that expansive love from within, opening your entire being. And then as you exhale, gently drawing you softly and safely back into your being. And just breathing, being breathed here right now. Feeling our hearts open. And as we do, being aware of this field of consciousness and living power that is the heart. This heart mind that is more than 5,000 times more potent than the mental mind brain. Feeling it filled with prana, filled with vitality and gratitude, and feeling that expansion in your chest, opening your entire being, your whole energy field, your body, temple, your three-dimensional form, and feeling that as you inhale and expand, feeling the auric field all around your body, this divine field of living light that is 13 or more feet in all directions, energizing your being, feeling it being nourished by this loving consciousness, and also feeling it relaxed and safe and surrendered every time you exhale, dropping back into the safety and the always present love of this heart field. So just breathing this here now for a few more rounds. And then feeling yourself being breathed by gratitude itself, smiling down, smiling around, smiling from within at your own beingness in this moment, allowing love to breathe through you and out. And then intending the next inhale to be maybe the biggest and the fullest, expanding to receive even more love, even more well-being, opening fully. And then on your next exhale, exhaling even more completely, more fully surrendering and softening your whole being, feeling held in this field of loving awareness. And then letting that drift into the background and breathing here now. Whatever breath feels peaceful and nourishing to you, just let that guide you. Let yourself be carried by that. And bringing in an intention to energize your breath and to co-create intentionally with the breath that you're offering up and out into the world. If you need a simple one that I use all day long is that I'm breathing in love and I'm breathing out blessings for all. So that, or any version of your own breath mantra that feels good, allowing that right now to really center and anchor your consciousness, your body consciousness, your mental activity, and this soul, spirit essence of breath, feeling that divine alchemy of consciously bringing these pathways of awareness into collaboration, not only for your own well-being, but for the upliftment of all beings, feeling the miracle in this moment, the only reality that exists, that you are infusing all or most of your faculties of creation to direct blessings out into the world. And you're doing it in fantastic company. So we're doing this together, whether you're watching later or you're here now, and feeling that exponential power and potential of bringing our hearts together and directing the energy, the consciousness that we're breathing out into the world. And I'll just pause and breathe here with you for another few rounds and letting the breath take you wherever it might take you. And as you're continuing to breathe, let your awareness drift to the field of energy. You might see energy, you might sense it, whatever comes forward for you, but intending to tap into the field of energy and light that is your body and is surrounding your field of being, and also holding all of us, connecting us all in this moment. Maybe you see a beautiful diamond white light or gold. Maybe it's colorless. Just intending to tap in to the living consciousness, this light field that is ever present and is animating everything. Everything is energy, intention, frequency, and it begins with thoughts. So right now, intending to direct your thoughts, your awareness to this living light that is only and always beneficent and loving. And in whatever way you might be sensing into this, let's take some space and invite into this light anything in your awareness. It could be personal, universal, that would welcome support, would welcome care and kindness, maybe a miracle. Just welcoming it in. There's infinite space. Welcome anything or anyone, any part of your own experience, welcoming it in. So much of this Gemini energy that's on the horizon is about opening to new potentials, new ideas, new ways of co-creating. So welcoming in all that might not have yet an answer or a way through, welcoming that to be held in this light, knowing that there are unlimited possibilities for healing and wellness, restoration, and simply allowing anything that has heard this opportunity and come into your awareness clearly. It's been invited to this space, allowing it to just be held and bathed tenderly and lovingly in this living light, this consciousness that cares and is truly infinite in its capacity to support. Gemini is often associated with the mind, and a lot of the other elements that are supporting this lunation in these next few months are so much about expanding what we've ever thought possible. And some of that begins with expanding our mental realm of awareness. And if we don't know what to expand into, simply welcoming in light, welcoming in this living consciousness, and knowing that we will be uplifted and affected in positive and wonderful ways by simply opening ourselves to receive more, to attune to something we've not ever known before. And as we complete bringing in and allowing those other pieces and parts of life to be uplifted and loved, we'll close our time together by bringing a hand to your heart if that feels good, and just giving gratitude to yourself for choosing to be here now, to play in this expansion of our co-creative awakening, and to direct our energy and our vital life force, the prana in our breath, to the upliftment of all beings with whom we share this beautiful universe. And with a big deep breath, we'll bring our practice to a close. Thank you all so much for being here. And may you have many more deep, beautiful, nourishing breaths and lots of fun throughout the rest of your week. So much love.